Hello, Miles.
Hello. How are you doing?
Fine. Thank you. Now would you mind if we asked you some questions about your time at Culver Creek?
No, that's fine. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, great. So, how did you feel when you found out your parents were letting you go to Culver Creek Preparatory School?
When I first found out that I was allowed to go to Culver Creek, I was so excited because I have been wishing for this for so long. But I was also scared because I had never been that far away from home before. But I thought I would have the time of my life since Mom and Dad weren't there. My dad went there as a kid as well. He was the big man on campus. I just didn't want to have to live up to that.
Okay, great. And what was your first impression on Chip Martin, or as people called him, the Colonel?
When I first met Chip, it was very unusual because I had just gotten out of the shower and it wasn't my idea way to meet my new roommate. But he came across as a nice guy. But I would have never thought we would make so many memories together and go through the things that we did. Losing Alaska really built our friendship and made us realize to not take things for granted.
I'm sure now you two have an unbreakable bond. Now, how did you feel when you found out that Alaska had passed away in a car accident?
When I first found out that she had passed away in a car crash, I felt so guilty for what I had done. I thought that it was all my fault because Chip and I let her go in the car and drive while she was intoxicated. What would have happened if we didn't let her leave? She wouldn't have died and she would still be with us now. I also didn't believe the story at all, not one bit of it. I needed to find out how she actually died.
No one should have to go through that and have to feel that guilt. And if you don't mind me asking, what were your feelings for Alaska and Laura?
I loved Alaska with all my heart and had very strong feelings for her. But she had a boyfriend that she loved very much and I just knew that we couldn't be together. As for Laura, I loved her as well, but not the way I loved Alaska. But I just didn't want to hurt Laura's feelings because Alaska set us up and I didn't want to disappoint her.
That must have been very hard for you. And I have one last question. Did you regret going to Culver Creek?
I do not regret anything I did there and the people I met. I wouldn't trade my time there for the world. Things may have gone wrong and tragic things may have happened, but I made friends for life there. Just like my dad told me I would.
Thank you so much, Miles, for answering these questions. I read this book myself and it was a very good read. I would recommend to anyone who enjoys mysteries and adventure. While I was reading this book, I felt as if I was in the same room as them, experiencing everything that they were. The book kept you on the edge of your seat and you just want to keep reading more. This book took you through an emotional roller coaster and all in all was amazing.